for me, the most exciting topic has been this continued discussion around DMPs and data. I've just spent a couple of hours focused on our always-on partnership with Adobe. I brought together five different agencies, 40 people from Publicis, to really go into depth about how we can drive this partnership forward, make the most of it for clients, and actually also review what we've done. And we're now the leading partner for Adobe by some distance because of the always-on partnership, which we actually launched this time. It's really our first birthday.
So tell us about the activation around that. What does that mean?
Yeah,
How does that look?
The good thing about it is it covers a whole series of different opportunities for our advertisers. We set up always on. The idea was we have a world now where we can connect the messaging, the targeting, the creative, the website, the offline data. We can pull all this stuff together, but we really weren't putting a framework in place to help our advertisers do it. And there are clients that maybe have Digitas on there creating their web content and their web experience. They might have Zenith or Starcom doing the media and so on. So the idea of Always On is to bring all of our expertise and all our clients together with Adobe's infrastructure and try and help advertisers move into this marketing cloud space and connect all these dots up. And it's not something you can do overnight. We're a year into this. And we've got some good case studies with a number of clients in the group, but within that sort of big ambition, if you like, of joining up lots of different agencies on a single client, we're also working with Adobe on the VivaKi DMP, for instance. So that is our DMP that we're now rolling out across all advertisers in the group. We're up to about 30 clients, I think, now, and we'll continue that rollout. And that is going to drive loads of insights for us. So that will allow us to understand, this is all at a media level, but it'll help us understand benchmarking, performance of media by country, by vertical, and so on. So we're working in all sorts of different ways with Adobe. And you have to kick these things off, and then everyone leans in. Today, having 40 people from 5 agencies in a room at an event this big with so much demand on people's time is, for me, a sign of how important this is, to a lot of people.
And Marco, in terms of technology alliances with ecosystems, things have changed quite a lot. We've seen big acquisitions at AOL. We've seen Facebook launching Atlas and acquiring LiveRail. We've seen big tech stacks emerging. Is that good for the agency world? Is it a challenge? Is interoperability a question mark?
Yeah, I think, look, if you compare it to how it used to be, we used to have to deal with, in old money, we might have to deal with 50 companies to get the budget spent or the plan delivered. So now that's then we went through a little stage of utopia in the early days of programmatic where we were like, this is great, we can log into one platform and we can buy everything we want. That has now shifted, the reality of that has now shifted to something where we go, okay, we're gonna have to work with 5 or 6 different big players. So the first thing to say would say 5 or 6 is better than 40 in terms of how we manage things and how we can plan for things. But the challenge then becomes, yes, the interoperability, is that, like, how feasible is it? And obviously on behalf of advertisers, we're concerned that, ultimately it's their dollars and it should be their view of the customer that they get across everything. And too many walled gardens is going to make that a lot more challenging for them. So we will always rally against that walled garden approach to some extent, but at the same time we're working on solutions to help us stitch them together to some degree or another. And obviously, hence why DMPs are so popular. DMPs are popular because they're helping across a lot of these platforms, and to one degree or another, they're helping us do that. So I think it's a fact of life now. I think, we can moan about it, whatever, but really the agency role now is to get on and help the advertisers stitch this together. And it's an important part of our role now. We shouldn't, if you go and work with one single ad tech provider to try and do your programmatic, this is where they can't do this. So in a way, it brings out the benefit of what the agency is trying to do.